This is a presentation of Welcome Molalla, where we bring you fun and informative videos from within our community. Molalla welcomes Ken Fetters of the main shop in Molalla, presenting part 3 of his gardening series, The Straw Bale Garden.
Well, hello everybody, it's Ken from the main shop again. This is the third installment of our gardening series. The first installment was our Amazon box gardens that some of you may have created. The second installment was preparing a straw bale garden. And this next installment today, the third installment, will be inspecting our straw bales and then starting planting in our straw bales. So just kind of take a look. If you've been fertilizing in your straw bale and you've been adding your water, you should see some beginnings of decomposition. And you can see here, it's starting to get dark. There's some molds developing in between, which is going to help promote the decomposition. And it's really soft. And we're going to keep the bale strings on for now because that helps promote. If the tighter it is like that, the better the decomposition is going to be. It'll build up some heat in there. So if you have your straw bale and it's nice and soft, you can just start making some holes in the straw bale itself. And I'm using this fancy yard butler, yard tiller, but you could use anything you wanted to. It could just be a small garden spade to kind of dig away or cut away some of the straw. Then we're going to take from our Amazon box garden. If you started plants in your Amazon box garden, we'll take some of those starts from our Amazon box garden. You can just ease those out of there, put them into our little furrow that we made, kind of tamp them in a little bit. And as you can see, I'm going to open it up. I can almost do this with my fingers. And I'm going to get underneath that start. I'm going to install it, kind of press it into place. And again, only with my fingers. I don't even need that fancy yard butler. And when I stick my fingers in there, I can feel the heat. It's got to be 20 or 30 degrees hotter in there than it is on the outside right here. And that's a good sign. That means that the straw is decomposing. It's going to become some better organic matter for the plants to root in. You can see I'm just tightening up the straw a little bit like that. And then I'm going to take the leftover soil from my Amazon box. I'm going to kind of use that around the starts. This will help keep the moisture around the start, even though it probably won't need it because the moisture seems to be staying in the straw bales pretty well. Now, these are bedding plants. These are petunias specifically. You may have started vegetables in your Amazon garden. You may have started, I think we did some radishes, maybe even some other different bedding plants, some flowering plants. So you can see I'm just kind of getting the soil all kind of in there like that to help keep the moisture at the root of the bedding plant. Then the next thing is to do is to water this in pretty well. You don't have to soak it all the way through, and then you'll continue to water your plants. Throw a little bit of that fertilizer on periodically. Don't overdo the fertilizer. And then eventually, as this straw bale starts to decompose a little bit more, you'll be able to see it decomposing out here. We'll be able to open up these the binding twine and let it kind of slowly work its way into the ground, and then that'll be continuing on the straw garden. I was talking to one of the FFA teachers, and she told me that she found that the second year of her bale produces the flowers or the vegetables better than the first year of the bale. I guess it has decomposed a little bit more organic material is opened up. So there you go. That's our next installment of our hay bale garden. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for spending time with Welcome Molalla. We hope you enjoyed this episode and that you will come back for more and share with your friends.